Welcome back, Book Talk, to another book that we recap so that you don't have to reread it. Today we are recapping Fourth Wing. Dun, dun, dun.
Because Onyx Storm is coming out.
Thank you. 121.
121. So here we go.
Here we go.
Oh, save this if you haven't read Fourth Wing yet.
Yes.
All right, so Violet, who is a physically fragile but really brilliant woman, is preparing to enter Mesgaeth War College. Unlike her late father, a scribe who encouraged her to follow in his footsteps, Violet's mother, General Sorrengail, who is a military leader, insists that Violet abandon her dream of becoming a scribe and instead go to the Dragon College.
Yes. Violet knows that it's extremely dangerous and that most cadets die during training, especially those with any physical limitations like hers. Her condition makes her joints weak and forces her to rely on wit and strategy to compensate on her lack of physical strength.
The Mesgaeth selection process begins with cadets navigating this deadly gauntlet to reach the college. Violet barely survives, and she establishes, really early on, that this is a kill or be killed kind of situation. Mm-hmm. And she, during this challenge, is able to make some pretty good friends, but at the same time, she also makes enemies.
Yeah.
Kind of not by her choice.
Yeah.
Her intention, but...
And there are several of these deadly gauntlets throughout the course of the first year. Violet's most immediate threat, which she does meet on that parapet, is a fellow cadet, Jack Barlow, who targets her for her perceived fragility. And then adding to her challenges is Xaden Riorson, the brooding and intimidating son of a former rebel leader. He's former because Violet's mother executed his parents during the rebellion, so he harbored some resentment towards Violet. And also, his father is responsible for the death of her brother.
So Violet also develops a close bond with her childhood friend, Dane Atos, who is also a leader at this war college. Mm-hmm. Her squad leader, I should say, not just a leader, her squad leader. Yeah. And he tries to really protect her and kind of try to get her out of the college, even though
she's already in it.
She's in it, she can't leave. He keeps trying to find reasons for her to leave, really not trusting that she can handle herself there.
Yes.
And then she also has a roommate, Rhiannon, that she becomes really close with.
Right. The next big thing was the threshing, where cadets attempt to bond with dragons. Without a bond, a cadet cannot become a rider and is oftentimes killed during the threshing. So, despite her fragile appearance, Violet impresses not one, but two dragons. Tarn, a highly respected black dragon, and Adarnia, a rare golden feather-tailed dragon. This dual bond is unprecedented and gives Violet immense power, though it also makes her a target for jealousy and threats to her life.
Yeah, so those cadets that don't get picked sometimes get to become a rider because riders that did get picked die during the training.
Yeah,
so,
and by being killed by unbonded riders.
Yeah, that too. Okay, so Violet trains. She keeps growing stronger because Taryn is bonded to Sigael, who is Xaden's bonded dragon. Mm-hmm. She and Xaden are irrevocably linked. They if one dies, the other dies, and also they have now this telepathic bond, not only to their dragons but to each other.
Yes.
So she, let's see, where was I? So he continues to help her train to increase her chances of survival and therefore his chances of survival. And during this training, they have some romantic tensions that grow.
Yeah. Violet also discovers her own latent abilities as a rider, and bonding with Tarn grants her powerful lightning-based magic. This is known as a signet, and all the riders get one when they bond with the dragon. She has to learn how to control this lightning, or she will not survive because she can overheat herself and also kill random people. She also discovers that Adarnia has given her the ability to stop time for short periods.
So Violet and Xaden's attraction will continue to grow throughout the book, and eventually she expresses her feelings towards him after the celebration of the end of the rebellion, which was also the celebration of the killing of all the rebel leaders, including Xaden's family. Immediately they are sent after this experience where she shares her feelings for Xaden. Yeah. They're immediately sent to the final test of the year where they are officially battle tested. Xaden and his friends, as well as Violet, are sent beyond the wards for their posts, which is abnormal. Mm-hmm. Turns out that Dane, her childhood friend, had betrayed her and read her thoughts, finding out that Xaden had been making these trips out to this post, likely meeting with the enemy. And their group have been set up to fail this challenge. They have to either leave a village to die from an attack by Venin and Wyvern. Venin are these mythical corrupted humans, and Wyvern are their magically created beasts. And they have to either stay and let the village die, or they have to leave. They have to leave and let the village die to be able to get back to their actual post in time, or they stay and fight and try to save the village, but probably die in the meantime because they're students.
Yeah, they're kids. And before this, Violet didn't even know Venin and Wyvern were real. She thought they were literally mythical. So of course they choose to stay and battle Venin, and they lose a few, including Liam, her friend and protector. Violet is injured in the fight with a poison blade, and Xaden is forced to take her to his home, the rebel city of Orisha, to be mended by her brother,
Oh my God.
who is supposed to be dead. Okay, so meet us back here to go to recap Iron Flame, and